the channel. So I just picked up this brand new Gravely ZT HD60 model, zero turn, and I thought I'd do a quick review on it for you today, and then also kind of talk to you as to why I chose Gravely. Stay tuned. Now this particular model falls in the category of what you would consider a prosumer. So it's kind of the high-end residential mower and low-end commercial. So if you have a lot of acres to mow, or maybe not so many, but you want something that's going to last you a long time, or maybe you're a landscaper just getting into the mowing business, this would be a good option for you. Now there's a lot of good manufacturers of zero turns out there. I looked at quite a few of them. X-Smart, Skag, Bad Boy, Snapper, Toro, just to name a few of them. But I just kept coming back to this Gravely model. And you will find that they all use the same components. These manufacturers, they don't make the pumps, they don't make the engines, they don't make the spindles. They're all buying them from the same place. The differences that you're going to find is within the frame, the mower deck and how it's constructed, and then the basically the ergonomics and how all the features come together. So let's jump into this and take a little closer look. To start out, I just really like the look of this machine. Now, I am a green guy, but this red is rather pretty. I like it. Has a nice stance to it. Just looks really heavy duty. So starting from the rear of the machine, this particular model will come with either the Kawasaki or the Kohler engine. Kawasaki option is a couple $100 more, and in my area at least, all of the Gravely's that I looked at all came with the Kawasaki. The Kawasaki engine tends to be the preferred option in this industry. Taking a look at access, pretty easy to get to everything back here. And then if you need to, this back guard comes off rather easily, no tools required. A couple knobs removed and this whole back panel comes right out. So it makes it easier if you need to change your spark plugs or do whatever on the back side of the engine. Some of the other comparable brands I looked at, guarding kind of varied, but some of them were bolted on, so if you wanted to get access, you had to use tools to remove a couple bolts. And then some of them didn't really offer a whole lot of protection, but I like this here. Now looking under the machine, these are the Hydro Gear ZT 3100 transaxles. Most of the other brands I looked at came with the same series, ZT 3100. I think there was one that I looked at that came with the ZT 3200, which is a little more heavier duty. And then a couple of them actually came with the smaller ZT 2800. The nice thing with these pumps is that they are considered a commercial unit. They do have filters and they are serviceable. Flipping up the seat. Here you have access to your battery. Fuses over here. This has a 5-gallon gas tank in it. And something I really like is that it's centrally located. There was a couple that had them mounted under the rear fender. I just like the idea of putting the gas tank in the middle, down low, creating a nice lower center of gravity. And speaking of gas tanks, there is no fuel gauge on this unit, but there is a sight gauge here up in the front. And after reading some of the forums online, those that do have gas gauges, after a couple of years they were going bad and they stopped working. So I guess keep things simple, and this will work for me. Nice tires and wheels on this machine, and comparing again the other brands in the same category, These pretty much match identical for size. Very nice deck. Heavy duty, fabricated. Some nice beefy deck hangers. Easy to adjust. Just loosen this jam nut here. Take a socket to the top nut. You can adjust the height and level of the deck. Another feature I really liked was the access panel to your belts and spindles. Just lifts up like so and stays in place. A lot of room to get in there and do your maintenance. Most models had something like this, but there's a few of them that required a wrench or something to unbolt it. A couple of them were a little smaller, and there was one model in particular that had no access from the top, which just didn't make any sense to me. I like this rubber chute, so if you bump into something, you're not going to break it or crack it. If you want to lift it up out of the way, locks in place real nice. These spindle covers here, they pop right off. No wrench required. So as far as doing maintenance and cleaning off the deck, very easy, very simple. Jumping on board here, panel over here on the right, there's your choke, ignition, mower PTO, and your throttle. And I really like having the choke and the throttle separate. There were some models where they were kind of combined and you had to put it in fast mode to choke it. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm just not a fan of starting a cold engine at a fast idle like that. I much prefer the two separate controls. Mowing height adjustment, simple pin system, and this is magnetized, so when you stick it in a hole like so, it's not rattling around on you. But this ranges from 1.5 inch to 5 inches high, cutting options. Now I looked at some that had like a little knob right here that you twist. Might be a little easier, but again, reading on some of the forums, folks were having problems with those. There's more moving parts and more things to go wrong. So I just like to keep it simple. Now going back to the seat, this is not a suspension seat like you would find on the higher end commercial models. But it does come with these rubber isolators, if you can see that. Not sure, it's kind of dark, but it helps. You can get an optional suspension seat, but yeah, they're rather expensive. So yeah, there you go. I have not kind of grasped with it yet. It's kind of getting late in the day here today, but let's come on back tomorrow and we'll go give it a try. so there you go. There's my review on the Gravely ZT HD60. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down in the comment section. But anyhow, if you enjoy this type of videos, be sure to like it. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.